Alright, so I'm in the midst of finishing up sanding down all the parts. I just wanted to briefly show you some things that I've discovered during the course of me preparing this kit. I've already put to the side some of the parts that I don't need, and they'll be put in a box along with storage. Some of them have been cleaned, and I'm just double checking each and every one, so you pass your finger over it, make sure that there's no scuff marks or anything like that. Some parts, of course, have been pre-assembled, mainly like the shoulder part here, and then the areas that have been sanded. There's the poly cap there, which will support the arm. And as a matter of fact, I think I am going to assemble the arm so you guys can see this. But the reasons why I'm going to assemble it is because the instructions show certain areas that you have to assemble, and then you can put it together, later on, I guess. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm going to make sure I find the right one. So like here we have this arm part here, which of course you have to assemble this part onto it already. But you don't have to. Let me just put this on here first, because you can put this in and then take it off without any problems, which supposedly is like that. So you have that there, followed by, where's the other white part? Okay, here we go. So then you have this part here that goes like that, and then we'll take this. Oh no, not that. There's another. Yeah, this one here. So that one goes there, and then this one goes there. So that completes this arm. But then you have this part here down below, which of course you want to grab the one that I believe goes like that. There we go. So that the hand can go in there. I think snap it in all the way, or push it in all the way. As a matter of fact, I haven't noticed that in the manual. Let me check that first. Oh good, okay. So there is a spacing right in between there, so that's fine. There's a seam line type of thing, but I'm going to sand it down, because this one can be sanded down so you can cover it up. Then of course it can be easily removed and disassembled, like so. So it can be painted, each one. So that's fine. Some parts I've already assembled, like this one, which I'm going to sand down again, and then of course take it apart so I can paint it separately. Paint it together and then take it apart so I can assemble it separately. This one of course can be painted on its own. The one thing that I cannot do is of course the part with the legs, because in the leg area here, like I'm going to show you this part. This is the thigh inner frame, and then the joint that connects with this leg. Now if you do this, let's take it off, put that there, you're saying to yourself, oh, I can put this polycap in there, but unfortunately because of its roundness, and of course I'm sorry, I did it wrong, since it has this round thing, you won't be able to slide it off and put it back on again. No. Wait a minute, I'm going to put it, it's right here, the other part. You won't be able to slide this off and then put it back on if you put these two parts together, because then you lose this feature. But that's not a big deal, because the seam line itself is within here and within there, so this can be taken apart and painted it and then put it back together. Right now I'm keeping it together on, so that way when I paint it, it's I could see that it's all conformed to the part itself. And I think I did it wrong, because I think that one goes there and this one goes in the back, but I could be wrong anyway. Doesn't matter. Regardless of the case, I don't have to worry about that. Some parts are already pre-assembled, the waist unit right there. This part was the backpack part that goes into the kit. Sanded it down a lot of parts. I'm in the middle of finishing up the hands, and then the red parts as well. And oh, that's right, some of the neon green parts. Like I said, these parts will be removed. And here's that jewel part, which I'm going to paint. But I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to leave the green on. Should I paint it the reddish color? But I don't have clear red, so I'm going to leave it the way it is, and I'm not going to paint it red, as it says right there. I'm going to actually, you know what? That doesn't sound right, because after looking at the box and everything else, yeah, I think I'm going to do red. So that has to be red, and now I'm actually second guessing myself. I didn't. Do I do red? Clear red won't go on this because it's clear green. If this was white, you know what? I'll leave the green, but I'll make the jewel red. I'll make the jewel red. Oh, there's another thing. So besides that masking, the foot has to be masked, but because this section here is charcoaled, so I would have to paint it the metallic gray, then cover it up with masking tape, and then paint the rest color, the rest of the rose pink red color. So there you go. Let's start putting. Let me just clean it up a bit and put it on the tray for painting. So I've already pre-shaded everything, as you can see here. Sorry, it's all back there. All the charcoal parts here. All the white parts over there, red part over there, yellow, and I have the section of the blue here. I had to make sure I looked at each and every one of them, and then make sure that there was nothing I missed. There was one part that I was like missing, and I was like, "Where the hell is it?" And it turned out it was like fell in one of the cabinets. It must have fell one time. Didn't notice it. Primed it. It was done. But now it's time for us to paint. And we're going to begin with bloody bloody red, excuse me, from Mr. Metallics 215. This, of course, replaces the blue. I'm going to use this one right here as an example. There are going to be parts in this kit, and there's parts that are probably going to be covered up, but I'm going to paint them on both sides just in case. You never know. There are some nooks and crannies here, so little crevices that you may miss. That's good. I'm going to do light passes first before I do a heavy pass later on. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to, once I'm done with this side, I'm going to let it dry a bit, then put this on the opposite end because I got to get the inside of the little wingy things there. Now here's the backpack, well, a portion of the backpack. No thrusters on this, so you know. I'll get back to you in a minute. Actually, I want to work on these little guys here. These things are a pain in the ass to do because they're going to be inside one of the wings, and which of course they're going to flap in and out. So I'm putting it here, holding it by the toothpick. So I'm going to do light passes there. parts from the set. Try not to overdo it. I'll pass it again later on. This is the head, portion of the head. Nice. And I think I'm going to do this. The torso, torso part. There you go. Nice. Okay. With just these examples, I will continue on in painting the remaining blue parts, the bloody red, metallic red. Then give it some time, give it a second coat, and then give it another pass as well. And then once we're done, we will move on to the next part of the next part of the paint job. Alright, so the next part is going to be this, the Rose Gold MX11. There's a lot in here, and I had to make sure it was properly thinned down. I just put like I filled up half the reservoir on my airbrush. So it should be enough for all these parts. So give it a good mix. Look how shiny it is. Good. Alright, let's start. Do this guy first. I forgot how nice this looks. Let's do the V-fin. Good. This part here. The light parts here. I forgot how beautiful this paint is. Well, shouldn't forget. pretty much almost every day I see my perfect grade X here, TransAm version. And this is actually the first time I'm using this paint on a high-grade kit, so... I guess, what is it? I built the 00 Riser and the 00 Quanta real grade kits. I have the X here, real grade, which I haven't built yet. Maybe I can do that on that kit. Who knows? Let's do a few more. Oh, yeah, I need this. The foot, because then I have to mask it off so I can paint the charcoal parts. So, I didn't notice that until now. Alright, that's an easy fix. So this paint is still on eBay. I see it every now and then for around $8 or $9, and I think that's including with the shipping. So if you guys really want to get this, I recommend it. It's called, you know, there it is, MX11 Rose Gold by Modo. I would recommend getting it if you want to make your next 00 Gundam theme, or 00 style kit into a TransAm version. But right now, I'm going to finish up all this, and I'm not going to show off the metallic painting build or the other colors because they're just too quick and easy. Once I finish painting all this, we'll go directly to reviewing all the parts. Okay? So stay tuned.